Somalia collapsed into anarchy following the overthrow of the military regime of President Siad Barre in 1991, who was the third president of Somalia from 1969 to 1991, after he succeeded Mukhtar Mohamed Hussein. In a move aimed at restoring relative peace and stability in the country, security experts as well as policymakers drawn from Kenya and Somalia gathered at the Africa Policy Institute to chart a way forward for the war-torn nation.
I'm talking the policy that has been taken in Somalia, which was a militarism, for example, a military rule in Somalia that has finally collapsed in contrary with the traditional Somalis. Where the Islam and clan came out as elements of opposition, the ideology of opposition to the government, and that was Somalia finally has collapsed. Tsunami, what I'm talking about, we are saying it at the end of the Cold War.
Informed by a book dubbed The Roots of Somalia Crisis, written by Colonel Ahmed Omar, a former head of military intelligence in Somalia, the deliberations centered around the systematic and holistic first-hand account of the Somalia crisis as told by an insider. Lessons learned from the masterpiece are believed to be of great help to policymakers in the process of shaping peace and stabilizing Somalia.
We appreciate that the country is coming back on its feet. The people in Mogadishu are doing their best to get it on its feet, and they're doing their best to be at peace with their neighbors. And we want to reflect on this history so that it can also help them to deal with their neighbors.
And with regards to the recent Kenya-Somali diplomatic tussle, this is what the experts had to say.
The company that made presentation in London has sent a letter, and I'll ask Anne to share it with all of you before you leave here, has sent a letter with the content and the map of where they have been prospecting. And it keeps the zone in dispute completely out. And therefore, when the actions were taken, I think the reporting, wherever that source of information was wrong, and Kenyans were fed the information that Somalia is encroaching. That does not mean that there's no dispute between Somalia and Kenya. The dispute remains because it has not been resolved.
Even in the court.
Yeah, and it is already in the court. And my advice would be, can Somalia get that case out of the court and start engaging Kenya, because courts will not solve that. Because if the court say this and Kenya say no, the way China said to Philippines, what do we do?
We are trying to transform a country to a democratic process transformation now, and that's what's going on now. And we expect that to happen in 2020 with all its difficulties and challenges.
Even as Somalis continue to live in fear of the unknown due to insecurity among others, Badio and Kagwanja note that there is still hope that Somalia will be stable once again. Safi Godana Mamo, Switch TV, Nairobi.